Hello there! I know, another video already. Well, I thought about it, after this whole HD remaster, you know, some people might call it a fiasco, or the HD remaster trend, or numerous other things. Well, I decided what games would I actually like myself to have a remaster, and obviously none of them will, but I thought, why not share my thoughts and opinions. You know, I haven't played all of these. I just got some of these, like as an early birthday present. Um, thanks to my grandparents and stuff like that. And I got some of these just myself, like years ago, and I actually should have played some of them again. I just suck at them. But yeah, and most of these games are older, but there would be newer games that I played that could also get remastered. I didn't bring with me. Dante's Inferno, I just played. That game, the in-game graphics are pretty bad, and the cutscenes aren't anything special either. I think that could probably get one, especially since Visceral Games, they're not looking so hot. So they could use something to do, especially after Battlefield Hardline. Yeah, or just in general, any team, remake or remaster or whatever that game would be kind of cool. I still wish it would get the sequel that could have happened but didn't. Purgatory. That would have been cool. But yeah, whatever. EA, they suck. So whatever. Anyway, now to the list of games I have with me right now. I did just get that game. First is Mad World by Sega and Platinum Games. This is probably one of the more underrated Platinum games, but I think if they, I'm not sure if they should update the style, but I don't know. There's just something about this game. I really like it. I mean, if they could do more with it, um, if it were on a different system with trophies and controller support, because again, it's a motion controller based game, which I don't mind it, but it'd be kind of cool to just see what it would be like if you just move the character and see it without moving and jittering like a motherfucker while playing it. Look, it takes back some of um, the feel of the game, I should say, I guess. Next is a game. You know, People will say, "Well, come on, it has like a million different control schemes, and it's still a good game." And yes, I agree. And I suck ass at this game, um, but I love it. And they had one stage in the game that was on 360 and PS3, but that is freaking Sonic Colors. And this game didn't that sell like terribly well. I think it sold like a million copies, barely, maybe a little more. But yeah, this was like one of the last few good Sonic games in the last like 5 years. You had after this was I think Generations. There were a few, after that were so-so. You had Lost World, which was sort of a mixed bag from what I've read and seen. And then you had Boom, Rise of Lyric, which was bashed by almost everyone. Some people like it. I just heard this morning there was finally a patch, and it made the game more stable and actually fun. But most people are already over that. And now, since that game totally bombed, um, Sega's now in deep shit. So yeah, if they could, I've already thought about this recently. Sega should just put all of the last like 20 Sonic games in the last 15 years and just put them all on PC, on Steam, and on PSN, and on Nintendo Network, and Xbox Live for $5 to $10 each, and you'll make shit tons of money. All right, especially with Steam, like if you just put those games on there for like $3 to $5 each, you're making your money back, Sega. You really are. I mean, you already said you're going to be going mobile and PC anyway, so just do it already. It's really weird. But I would love to see this on PSN, Xbox Live, Nintendo Network, and Steam. Because I have the PlayStation and I have a Steam account, it'd be cool to see this done up in HD visuals besides on the Dolphin emulator. I assume it's on there by now. If it isn't, I'd be surprised. But yeah, Sonic Colors. Come on, Sega. Next are two Xbox 360 RPGs. One, Xbox 360 RPGs don't sell for shit. Two, these games got either average reviews or subpar reviews, but people like them, and they were the only exclusive RPGs for Xbox anyway. Really, there were like only a few of them, and some of them even got ported later, so they're not really exclusive. You know, Turtle Sonata, Star Ocean, um, yeah, games like that. But Infinite Discovery, I think, is this one or is it the other one that's on PC as well? But yeah, one, it's a 2-disc game, which I always hate switching discs on any system, but um, yeah, this should be on more things. You know, I think I messaged who made this one. This isn't Mistwalker, is it? Is this the other one? The other company? This is Microsoft Game Studios. I don't remember, but this one, yeah. I mean, I barely started a few years ago, but I got it again. But I think more people should play this. So yeah. Well, it's technically published by Square Enix. So Square Enix, why don't you port this to PS4 and Xbox One? Think about it. More money for you. You're constantly bitching about being broke, even though you're not Sega. Like, they're totally fucked. Next, I just got this 4-disc game, and I haven't played this yet, but I heard it was like it was a really good game, and this was by Mistwalker and Feel Plus. And I actually messaged them the other day. I messaged Mistwalker because they're doing crappy mobile games, which I downloaded. Terra Battle. It's okay. It's a slide panel RPG, and they want me to pay to get extra lives. And they're charging you like freaking like $2 a life. Luckily, I can get them for free by playing each level, and then luckily the game's incredibly easy. But yeah, Mistwalker, do something like this again. And again, Microsoft, you published this. Why don't you port this to Xbox One? An HD port, and you can add something to it. You could add, I think this has a, like Infinite Discovery, Infinite Discovery has its own certain control scheme. Add custom controls. Maybe remix the audio. And with the Xbox One, you can have it on one disc now. Holy shit. That might actually take some more porting porting work, whatever. But you could do it. Think about it. Next, I don't have the second game, but I think this would be a great for a collection. And that'd be Beautiful Joe. I love the shit out of this game. I suck ass at it, but I love it. I love the art style. And if I ever went to do cosplay, I'd probably, dye my hair and play as Joe. Either regular guy Joe, or to actually get a weird spandex suit. I don't know. But I freaking love this game and this character, and it sucks that Capcom pretty much just let it die, because it's such a good game series. It's really annoying and saddening, honestly. But what will you do? Next, they made an HD port of a game and its sequel not too long ago, and they're making one for PS4. And of course, people are bitching about it. Like, that game sold fairly well, I guess. I don't know that. But they're like, it doesn't need another one. An HD collection, port of an HD collection. I'm still going to get it. I'll probably get it on Vita and then PS4. Or vice versa, depending. But that was Final Fantasy X. And this is Final Fantasy 12. Now, I know people are mixed on this. Some people say it was their last Final Fantasy game. Which is probably good because 13 was... I got like 4 hours into 13. I was like, what the hell is this shit? The controls were terrible. You use no buttons. And I can find... Okay, first things first. In the game, you use the left button, not the trigger, but the L1, to select your battle stance. And there are 3 battle stances. Why couldn't I just use the useless buttons, square, triangle, circle, to just switch between the two? Square isn't used until about 3 hours in when you gain your ultimate beast attack. You know, why don't they just make that L1 or something else? It made no sense to me. That's just my nitpick, but there was also the fact that the combat system was lame and boring, and the battles took forever, and you have to. The grinding was just unbearable. But yeah, Final Fantasy 12, I like the battle system. Um, should they put it with another game? Because this, if they made an HD version, they'd probably charge $40 like Sony is with God of War. Possibly. You know, even if they put it, I dare say, with like the 13, 13.2, and the other game, they just had like Final Fantasy Legacy Collection. You know, actually, that's another thing. Why don't they just do 1 through 9, put it on one disc, and boom! And this is something that Alpha Mega Sin mentioned, and it still hasn't happened. And I'm wondering what the fuck, Square. And you could port the PSP games of 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, and there you go, instant money. You know, charge $60, heck, even $80, and people would probably play it. You know, bingo. But yeah, I'd love to see 12 get the awesome HD treatment, especially since no one talks about it anymore. Everyone talks about fucking 10. Everyone talks about 6 and 7, which are, you know, people say 7's overrated. I think 6 is overrated because people who are Final Fantasy 6 fans constantly bash 7 for the same things that are in 6. Oh, has a, you know, it has it has this weird creepy setting that's boring. What do you call 6? It's steampunk. They're both steampunk. Only difference is 6 was like old-timey steampunk. 7 was futuristic steampunk. You know, and 6 had like more light-hearted characters, and 7 had dark, brooding 90s characters. Oh my god! 90s? Oh my god. So 6 didn't follow the cheesy formula that was coming up. Oh my god, that makes 7 bad. Besides my Final Fantasy rant, let's continue. Next, I wish they would do a Trilogy HD collection, which I don't have all these, and they're fucking expensive besides this one, especially 3, and no one liked 2, so, but I'm going to get them all, and these should all be in the collection, but now they're working for Nintendo, and they're constantly delaying their only game, which means Nintendo Wii has no games this year, ha! But, yeah. Xenosaga, damn it! Where is a Xenosaga trilogy? I have all the games that got a trilogy. Jak and Daxter, horrible port. Ratchet and Clank, horrible port. The only one that got a decent port was like Sly Collection. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude. But, and God of War got a really good collection, and, Zoning End got a good collection. Where is Xenosaga? Please? I know this was made by Namco, but in theory they could just get permission from Monolith Soft, I think it is. What I think that's what it is. I can't remember. But yeah, seriously, where is that collection, dude? I want it so I can play them all on like my PlayStation. You know, well, it's kind of late now. If they ever made it, it'd probably be on PS4, but I'm gonna get one of those eventually. Or put it on Wii U. I don't care. Just put it on something. I would love to see it. You know, preferably PlayStation or Xbox, because then I can get trophies that are achievements. But you know, whatever. Nintendo got it, I'd still buy it. And next, this and its sequel, which I don't have the sequel. I don't have the sequel to any of these. I feel like such a dunce. But I got like all these long after they were like good and gone. So, except for like Final Fantasy 12, I think I got a GameStop like last year before they took off all of their PS2 games. It's lucky, and they gave me the collector's edition by mistake. So yeah, screw you, GameStop. Ha! You and your poor corporate bullying and bullshit. Next is Shinobi, and there's also the game Nightshade. Um, Sega, again, another thing you could do, get you easy money, and yeah, I know this is on PSN, Nightshade isn't, but yeah, make an HD port for PS4. This already has uh, custom controller support, which is awesome. I wish more games nowadays did that. Like Thief didn't. And his control scheme was ass. Mind you, I played it on PS3, but I can't imagine it being better on PS4 or Xbox One. And that game had a million other problems. And I only played 5 minutes of it, and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is... And I gave this game, like, you know, I was like one of the defenders of the game when it came out. I'm like, it can't be that bad. I mean, I know it's like a remake, really old game series, and people were like, they changed the character. And I'm like, you did that with Dante and Devil May Cry, and I actually enjoyed it, so how bad can it be? Well, I got 5 minutes in, you know, which is less than, like, Final Fantasy 13, but I was like... But yeah, I think Shinobi should definitely get a remake, like a real one. Just do it from scratch. I would love that. That and Nightshade. That would be just freaking brutal. You can even make a series out of it, Sega. Just do it on like Steam and PlayStation, maybe even Xbox, and you're golden. That's all you need to do. You know, even this porting. Put it on Steam, put it, you know, and put Nightshade on PSN, please. I want to play that. Although I'll just get the PS2 version. It's hella cheap online. But, yeah. These are some games that I think should get the HD remaster. And most people didn't even play, like, a lot of these games. You know, Infinite Down Discovery, Mad World. I think Lost Odyssey might have sold. Final Fantasy 12 sold. I think Xenosaga Saga sold like shit. Shinobi sold probably enough, but then, you know, and it's not that hard like freaking Screw Attack says. It really isn't, and it gets challenging, and they probably put it on hard mode because they're hardcore, even though they're a bunch of fucking morons. Look at their look at any of their top tens, honestly. Like their fucking Mortal Kombat one. They hate Rain because he's purple. Really? How the fuck is that a complaint? Like, how is that a valid complaint? Honestly, someone tell me this shit. And Strikers sucked because backwards hat, character design. I get character design as a part of why you dislike something or why it sucks, but as a whole, that's your only complaint, was that he had backwards hat. And then they even bothered to say, yeah, the new version in MK 2011 was a step in the right direction, but it's too late because we say so. Because we're a bunch of dude bros that are casuals and ruin the fucking what little credibility gaming journalism ever had. But yeah, this is my opinion. Tell me yours. What games would you like to see have an HD upgrade? You know, I didn't include a lot of Nintendo games because I don't play a lot of them. It's not, unless it's like on a DS or 3DS or Game Boy. But if they remade like Mario 64 on like 3DS, I'd be down for that. If they remade, let me think, like Legend of Zelda, fucking, what's that one called? Damn it, A Link to the Past. If they remade that in 3D or something, that'd be really cool. Again, for 3DS. I mean, I know they had the semi-sequel alternate reality thing, but I'm just throwing it out there. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, they already did the remakes of the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, which I still haven't played, which pisses me off. And do you know how much they want on Amazon for fucking Ocarina of Time on 3DS? It's not even rare! Do you know how many people bought that game? You want $70 fucking dollars? It's not uncommon. Are you fucking joking? I don't understand that. But anyways,